"20 years ago, in February 2002, Microsoft released version 1.0 of its .NET framework. They had connected it to a bold vision of a future internet. Many of the ideas from back then became reality, even if nobody associates them with .NET anymore. 20 years ago there was neither Twitter nor Facebook. Bitcoins were also a long way off, and Amazon's focus was on trading books. Microsoft had overslept the first internet wave, and now they did everything to present themselves as an innovative company. Windows had to be future-proof, and they didn't want to let other companies dictate that future. Microsoft suffered hard from Sun's new Java platform, even finding themselves in legal conflict. With the .NET framework, Microsoft wanted to go its own way. In June 2000, Redmond presented its concept with great fanfare. They wanted to overcome platform limits and build something that runs software on any end device. 18 months later, the first version of the revolutionary developer framework was ready. Initially, .NET ran only on Windows, but it was intended from the very beginning as a unified basis for software development. But the basic idea was much bigger. Under the name Next Generation Windows Services, Microsoft wanted to take the lead in making data usable from anywhere in a simple way. Technical borders should disappear. Whoever had data should be able to offer it easily, and whoever wanted to process data should be able to plug together the functions as if from a construction kit. The first .NET framework was meant to set the basis for platform-independent internet applications and to get a new generation of intelligent internet devices into operation. Microsoft also announced plans for new products based on the .NET platform, including new versions of Windows, Microsoft Office, the MSN Service Network and the Visual Studio Development System. To meet the bold goals, Redmond put its entire portfolio under the service of its idea. But first, Microsoft had to make up some ground. Business was booming around the turn of the millennium, but the manufacturer had thoroughly lost the trust of the business world. Security was the main concern in the wild days of the internet. And Windows, of all things, was considered a sleazy child that simply couldn't be made safe. Shortly after the release of the first .NET framework, Bill Gates surprisingly pulled the emergency brake. His trustworthy computing project put numerous projects on hold and sent developers and managers to comprehensive security courses. The momentum that Redmond had been struggling to achieve stalled. The .NET idea wasn't dead, but it had to go back into the lab for so long that it could no longer claim leadership for the entire internet industry. As so often, this was also reflected in Microsoft product names. In the initial euphoria, they had given practically every product a .NET name. Visual Studio.NET or Visual Basic.NET were retained, but Office.NET or the Windows .NET Server soon were no longer heard. Looking back today, only the .NET framework seems to have survived from Microsoft's great idea of next-generation Windows services. And it works extremely well. The framework serves as the basis for countless applications, especially in the business sector. The latest technology refresh under the name .NET Core has also established the framework in the Linux world, albeit almost 2 decades late. .NET technology is an integral part of the software map. But don't be fooled. Microsoft has implemented a much greater part of its idea from the year 2000. If you read the vision statements of the time, then you will recognize a lot of what is common practice today, which nobody actually expected at the time. We don't call it .NET anymore, and Microsoft wasn't always the leader of innovations. However, the vision from the summer of 2000 describes the cloud, as we know today, an amazing number of details. Data from different providers, even entire company data sets, are all stored on decentralized servers all over the world. Protocols allow access, with each data owner controlling what is possible with their information. Applications consist of distributed functions and microservices. And as a user, you don't need a stationary PC, but you can spontaneously use what you need on a variety of mobile devices. If you read the announcements from back then with today's knowledge, then you can say a lot happened the way it was predicted. More often than not, other actors were the driving force, and perhaps Bill Gates in 2000 wasn't the first to come up with ideas of this kind. However, we can certainly confirm the visionary power of the ideas. And even if not, happy birthday, .NET Framework!